Hey, hey, cuties. Right here. Sorry. Hey, y'all. Hey, cuties. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this good old Sunday afternoon. Now I tried to do something different. I emailed myself some background music so I can have it not like it show up normally, but when I'm saying my hellos, I still like to have music. So I'm gonna bring it up on my phone. It sounds real janky on my phone. Hold on. We'll go ahead and do this one. But thank you guys. I see my sis. My sis, okay? Pink Diva in the house. Hey, Pink Diva. Hey, LaDawn. That's another sis of mine. Linda Gambo. Comment. Okay, Linda, I see your mind stick. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, child. It's a mess. I see my little sis trending. Hey, trending. Now, guys, you guys know I am going to say hello, but let me stop this music real quick. Child, hold on. I meant to delete a post. Hold on. Let me do that real quick, child. Now, I also see Child's about to say, oh, brother Braylon. Now, people got a problem with chit chat calling people bro, but I call 1,000 women sis. I got two in particular sis, Pink Diva and my little sis. But look, I call my cutie crew member sis. LaDawn holds a special part in my heart. She's sis. A young lady that used to be around, I used to call Sis C. And shout out to you, Sis C, if you listening. I heard some things and I appreciate that. But anyway, let me delete this community post. And I want to scan through the comments real quick before I do this. I meant to do this first thing this morning. Okay, let me delete this. Some of you know I've been on 10, okay? But what I didn't want to do that. Hold on, guys. I wanted to delete. I think so. Let me double check before we get started. But I see 238 people joining me. Thank you guys so very much. Let me go back to my community tab to make sure that that's done. Hold on. Okay. Oh, child, I was messy yesterday morning too. But anyway, I want to apologize first of all to my cutie crew. You guys, first I'll say it to my sis, Pink Diva. Pink Diva, you know the talks that we had, the cutie crew. Thank you guys for telling me to remain in my position. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I won't even address it. It is what it is. Content creators beware. There is a hit list. People think they know folks' relationships. Shout out to, and I'm gonna say this and I'm really done. Shout out to my girl, my Chi-Town sister, Dawn Michelle, for calling me last night. So, child, I will say this and I'm done. I ran across a comment of somebody saying that I hope Dawn is practicing the spirit of discernment. Dawn and Chit Chat aren't friends. You're right. We're not friends. We're sisters. Chi-Town sisters. Okay. And they said that I was trying to use Dawn for a come up. I'll say this. I have never, ever said, Dawn, you got anything going on, sis? You know anybody that could put me on, sis? Any opportunities, this or that? None of that. I won't go into any more detail. And yeah, I'm done with that. So I promise you guys. And I gave just this week advice, and this is what I do. This is what I've done, and this is how I carry myself. And I'll say this even about AL. That's all that. And you know, me and Anthony share the same birthday child, so you know it was a little something something. But any of my exchanges with AL was one of a positive one, and one of me giving him advice, giving him encouragement, all of that. So I just want to get that on out the way. And I still wish him well when it comes to his content, his future, whatever. But I gave a couple content creators advice this week. I'm not going to name names. I do see two of them right here in this here chat. And my advice to them was steer clear of drama. Steer clear of drama. Don't entertain it. Don't acknowledge it. None of that. And I'll be damned if Chit Chat didn't want to come out here and get into some drama that she didn't ask for. So yeah, I'm going to take my own advice. And as I mentioned, I'm done with that. But shout out to Pastor Braylon Lee. Thank you, Braylon, for joining me for this live, this recap. And let me go ahead and scroll back up to the top. Excuse me, still got this cough. And say some hellos. Shout out to the members, the Cutie Crew members, and shout out to each and every one of you. 364 people are currently watching. Please hit the like button. And we're going to start off with Linda Gamble, Renita, Deborah Jackson, Nikki McGeechee. Hi, McGeechee. Good evening. I do believe that's the first time I've seen your name. We got my sis, Pink Diva, that has always represented. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Claudia Beard, Sherry Morris, good evening. True Wisdom TV, shout out to the content creators. True Wisdom TV, Braylon Lee, Pink Table Topics, also known as Pink Diva, Trending, my little sis. You guys make sure that you are supporting them and subscribe to them. And sis, we need to have another talk about your channel. I'll text you. But sis will really be hitting it up hard after the first of the year. Shout out to the cutie mods, Linda Gamble, LaDawn, and Pink Diva. But yeah, Sherry Morris, hello, Sherry Gibson, Neva P. Hey Neva. Hey Vanita. Hey Rose. Hey Monica. I'm gonna try to go quick. Hey Tanya B. Regina, Arlene, Miss Tina, Vondale, Fifi representing, Joanna. Hey Joanna. Hey May, June, July, Mary Willis, Jacqueline, again, Passer, the good old Passer, Braylon Lee, baby, is in the building. F. Ellison, Delicia, hi. Cutie Crew, we went 5 hours Friday night. 5 hours. And I do want us to continue to pray for the ladies that shared their stories Friday night. And also keep Aunt Debbie at the top of your prayer list for me. But thank you guys. It was a long one. It was a good one. We had people that were strolling in after Queen Sheba's video that she dropped. And child, they strolled in at 4:45. 4 hours and 45 minutes. And I think we gave them about 30 more minutes. So yeah, that's how we do in the Cutie Crew members only lives. And I appreciate each and every one of you that are a part of that. You know, we all are a part of this community when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I do feel that we have a sisterhood. You know what I mean? When it comes to being a support for each other. So again, I appreciate you guys so very much. All right, let me quit yapping. Evelyn, hello. Titi, I got you. Hey, Neva S. You guys see I separate those Nevas now. Hey, Mary Willis. Let's see. Hey Rose, how are you? I love it here. Hey, thanks for joining me, Tamara, Ruthie Lewis, Terry T Baby, Cricket. Hey Cricket, Stacy, Sharna, Gloria, Val B, Z Frenchie. Hey Z Frenchie, Antonio, Anthony, Pink Rose. Again, my little sis trending. Let's see. I'm getting down to the bottom, guys. Valerie Owens, Patricia, Jennifer, Mama V. Who else? Deborah Jackson, Niecy Smith, Lois. Hey, Lois. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Anita. Cupcake Mamas. Gigi. Chow. I'm trying. You guys know I'm going to have to take a squalor, not a swallow, a squalor after I'm done with these names. J28, hello. Gloria, hello. Okay, I think I may have. Nope. Shirley Ann. Hey, Shirley Ann. Audrey Clark. Hey, Audrey. Tina, Miss Tina, I got you. Red Ann. Hey, sis. What it do? Let's see. Pretty Eyes. Hello. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Hey, Tawana. What's going on, sis? Hey, sis. I'm sorry. Hey, Bevy. Eddie B. Hello, hello. And child, thought I was at the bottom. Tracy Lee. Cheryl Michael. Hello, hello. Hey, Sharna. Anna. Let's see here. What is this? Bad and bougie. Okay. And raw, baby. I know that's right. Represent. I love me. Scorpio Princess. Louisiana Chick. Honesty. Jackie Wise. Let's see. Oh, you guys are in here. L Boogie. Aquarius is the only real sign. Ciao. You know what I told you last time now. Them Virgos come hard, baby. We'll have to discuss that at another time. Aquarius, the real only sign. You call Braylon your bro. Yeah, I typically call me and bro. And you know, it's been such a heavy week, child. I ain't gonna get into it. It's been such a heavy week, and I'll say that it was in that instant. No, I'm not gonna say that. So yeah, generally I do call men bro. Ones that I've gotten to know. Now I just don't call anybody bro, you know. But you know, if I've had conversations with you and all of that, then yes. Just like I call a lot of these women sis. But it is what it is. A Williams, J Humans. Let's see. All right, guys. I believe I got everybody. If I didn't, Kim Jones, hello. Let's see. Did I say Nikki? Hey, Nikki. Thank you, sis. Please hit the like button. Guys, we have 439 people watching me. Hey, Traces of Twan. Hey, sis. How are you? Thank you for dropping down in the comment section earlier. Yes, Tracy Lee. We're going to talk about that tomorrow during a power hour. I already emailed it to myself, actually, the statement that she made. Hey, Rue. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Tracy Edmonds tomorrow. Tamar and that man embarrassing her child. It's a whole hot mess out here in these streets. Do you hear me? But, yeah, we'll have a power hour tomorrow. We can discuss those. The person must not watch, listen to your content. They don't, sis, and it is what it is. No need to worry. No need to worry. I'm over it. I gave so many people a promise that I wouldn't, you know, pull up like I normally would pull up. And, you know, I can't give other folks advice if I entertain stuff. So I promised my sis, Pink Diva, my cutie crew, and my sis, Dawn Michelle, that, yeah, we ain't going to do that. So I will say this. I wish that person and the whole crew that their way success in everything that they have going on. I will give a piece of advice. Normally, content that's attempted to be created off of content creators don't last long. So branch out. Branch out. It's a lot going on in the world. Hot topics and, yeah. So that's to you, Twan, and that's to everybody else that wasn't even aware. Thank you, little sis. I know how you got your sis back, and I got yours as well. Now I've never been involved, Twan. Never. Do you hear me? And that's why I feel like it's a hit list. Because, girl, nope. I'm done with that. I'm done. Let me go ahead and stop it. Hey, Cheryl Canada. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this recap. Now, I will say this, guys, when it comes to your comments. First, let me say to the moderators, if you see anything like anybody escape from wherever they are from and they in the comment section, you guys already know what you have authority to do. Zap them. If you see anybody that looks like they are dropping information such as government names or addresses, zap them. And that's how we do it over here. I've always been supportive of everybody. Okay. So that's how we're going to keep it. Hey, Black Rose. Black Rose, I don't know if I've seen you in a while. I don't know. Yes, she is, Braylon. Yes, she is. Hey, Robin. Hey, Cookie from the Chi-Town represent. Period. But okay. I'm going to go ahead and get into this breakdown. We will have an open panel, and you guys can come up and discuss. Now, I did have in my title, before I woke up and decided to make a video, I did have that we could discuss all this mess, that's going on with Kiki. But I'm going to tell you guys this. Go watch the video. Drop down in the comment section with your thoughts on that. I don't want to be here too long. We got about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours max when it comes to the breakdown of Love and Marriage Huntsville and you all's thoughts. So I will not be looking at the comment section because you guys know how I do with my recaps, excuse me. I do take detailed notes and I want to give them to you guys. And so yeah, I'll go and say this. Now I done picked up this from Queen Sheba. If it is a comment that you want me to read, put a color on it, child. But other than that, while I'm giving my recap, I will not be paying attention to the comment section. Roxy R. I've always loved Chef Don Don. Always loved Chef Don Don. Again, I have been so neutral out here, and it's not like I dislike anybody, honestly. Now, and I'll go ahead and highlight that comment. But, when I was first getting acclimated to YouTube, and, I was catching up on content that people were doing and all of that. Where's your comment? Yeah, Chef Don Don used to drop down sometimes in my comment section or chat, and same. Hey, SKR, same. I used to do the same for him. So yeah, I love me some Chef Don Don, child. I'm trending. Woo, child. Trending. Where's your comment, Roxy? I was looking for it before I got started. And I don't see it, but your comment said that you love seeing me in Chef Don Don's chat today. And yeah, never, ever had a problem. Chef Don Don is adorable. Okay. Adorable. So again, hey, Tyler and Ty Mom, G Mom. Shout out again to the Cutie crew. Again, I will have my head down. Have my head down watching these notes. Reading these notes. And mods, if it's anything pressing, text me. And but zap away. Yeah, as Queen Sheba would say, if it's something that you want me to read after this recap, put a color on the child. It could be 99 cents. I don't care. That's the only way it's gonna come to my attention, though. But let's go ahead and get into. And I'm sorry, 539 people watching. Thank you guys so much. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. If you are watching from the bushes, drop down and chit chat. If you would like to join the Cutie crew, the link is in the chat. And I'll tell you guys this, there is no mess. So there's nothing exclusive for anything you're going to get back there. The only thing you're going to get is women being a support for each other. My heart is still heavy from our Friday members only. Hey, Erica Butler. Okay, I'm turning off my phone so I can't see the chat. And we're going to go ahead and get into this recap. Love in Maritinsville, Season 6, Episode 28, Houston. Here comes the problem. So I just put a screenshot together. You guys know if I do my recaps and drop it as a video, then I'll have pictures for each scene. But I just did a collage, and that's just what it's going to be. But it was a continuation from the pool hall, bowling alley, or whatever meetup of Tisha, Stormy, Marceau, and Courtney. Stormy still had that issue as far as this culture that she's the one that said. But Stormy told Marceau, in her culture, bitch is a frequent word. And Marceau basically said he ain't even really got time for that. Stormy felt that culture, the way that Marceau was trying to, I guess, insinuate that it was disrespectful. And no, Stormy, I'm just going to say this. It's just disrespectful to me, period. Sometimes I get it. Sometimes people get mad. They call people the B word, but I've always told you guys I did not like her calling Marceau a B-I, even though a lot of people feel like he is a B-I. But, Stormy was playing Miss Tough Girl, said she didn't want it to go there. And, the whole attitude was stank, and it's stanker dank later on in this episode. But I do want to ask you guys this, and I'll try maybe to scroll up and check some comments out. Thank you, Nikki, for joining the Cutie crew. Thank you. But I want to ask you guys this. Is it culture? People using the B word and all that. Is that considered culture or not? Because I don't think so. Maybe that's how Stormy was raised, but I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a cultural culture thing. Excuse me. But Marceau said that there's a desperate need to call him a biatch. And basically, that whole scene, Marceau and Tisha is over it. That's why I made sure to put this little picture here of Tisha, because, she was confused. But Marceau basically said that, if they can't proceed with respect, then, it's a wrap. They're not looking for a friendship with people like that, and I don't blame them. Hey, T-Talk with your girl. Hey, I caught some of your video, your video from yesterday with Kiki's mama up there. No, Kiki, I don't know, T-Talk. I don't know. But thank you. Again, if you guys are not subscribed to the content creators, make sure to do so. T-Talk with your girl, Braylon Lee, Pink Table Topics. I said I was turning my phone off. Trending at some point. Who else? I'm missing somebody. Braylon Lee. If I'm missing somebody, you guys let me know once I'm done with this recap. But great video. Great video, T-Talk. Okay, now T-Talk, I'm going to take my ass. She did an update. Did you? When? I wasn't on YouTube yesterday. Like that. I caught her in the morning. And I caught that awesome video of Queen Sheba's. I was driving, but I had never seen anything like that, child. What was it? I said what I said. Oh, that was funny. Okay, somebody let me know when T-Talk video and I'll check it out. the update, because I definitely want to see it, because I was giving the side eye to Kiki's mama. So yeah, if you guys didn't watch my video from earlier today and my thoughts on that whole situation, make sure to do so. But anyway, Stormy mentioned that she didn't like Tisha's energy the last time that they met. And I'm sorry, I agree with Tisha. She should not have invited them out on this double date. Stormy was very awkward. And as we can see, Courtney is not going to check Stormy, period. And I did mention that when she first called Marceau the B word, that I felt like Courtney is the one that should have told his wife. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to close this office door. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'll lock them out, but this don't really do any good. I locked them out of my office, but my office doors are glass. So sorry about the distraction. I got the door open so they can look out. But yeah, Courtney is not going to check Stormy, and he should have. That is not a part of anybody's culture where, I really don't use the B word much unless I am truly, truly upset, and definitely not against somebody's husband. But it ended off with Tisha saying, no new friends, okay? And I don't blame you, Tisha. I am on your side when it comes to that. Now, look, I see some of you talking about Mississippi. Is it a Mississippi thing? I know it's not. Who is that? Patricia. Okay, you were born and raised in Mississippi. And yeah, my sis was too. Yeah. So don't try to blame it on culture. No, that's just you. That's just you. And like I said, I'm going to give Marceau his kudos that he's not the type of guy that would react, because, I think that's really what Stormy wants. Stormy wants to flex. Big bang, big bang, big bang. But anyway, next up, child, y'all know how I feel about Kimmi and Marceau and this sex talk. I'm over it. I'm over it. I did sit through just a little bit, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. Maurice tells Kimmi, as far as her body, everything works like it's supposed to, and that this is mental for Kimmi. Now, I said this a couple weeks ago. As long as Maurice has a hole to stick it in, he good. So yeah, everything is working like it's supposed to. For him, that's all he needs. That's all he needs. But they had the sex therapist to come over. They were separate, so she was asking Kimmi stuff. She was asking him stuff. Kimmi said, and I, a little barf, came up in my throat. Kimmi said Maurice wants sex 2-3 times a day, child. Boy, bye. And then the therapist, but the therapist was really, really good. I must say that. Yeah, I'm just over that. What I see with Kimmi and Maurice, and they basically said their intimacy levels are low. Intimacy, and it seems like they just really not into each other like that. So I don't know if that's just me. If any of you guys feel like that, let me know. But it just seems like Kimmi is willing to do anything to please Maurice, especially when it comes to all this sex talk, sex. And but yeah, I just don't see, I'm not saying they don't love each other. They're husband and wife, but I just don't see any compassion or, none of that excitement. It's always, babe, okay, babe. No. So let me know if you guys, chemistry, maybe that's what I'm looking for. Do they have a chemistry to you? Not too many. What's next? Excuse me again. Let me take a sip of water. Let me take a sip of my sparkling water. Hold on, guys. Ooh, child. Every time I get to talking, I get a little congested. But anyway, next up is the cast meetup for Nell and Chris to inform them about this Houston trip. I'm going to say this. I love everything about it except Stormy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But they arrived. Stormy and Courtney arrived first. Then it was Kimmi and Maurice, Tisha and Marceau. And Stormy had the stank face immediately when she saw Scott 1.0 arrive. Tisha tried to hug her. She gave it a cold shoulder. And just like I just said, as far as the double date, Stormy could have stayed her arse at home. I mean, seriously, she could have stayed at home. Who wants from Mrs. Child, there go one of these devices back there, Echo Dot. Who wants to be around? Hold on, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got a lot of distractions. Okay, I just unplugged that. All these devices that just listen to you, but who wants to be around somebody with energy like that? She's a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry. But anyway, Mel walked in, and after Mel, Martell joined. What else? Mel said it's a lot going on. She didn't know that Martell was going to be invited. I believe that was in her confessional. But she said that she's looking forward to hang out with the Fletchers. Now, I wasn't shocked that Martell was invited, seeing as though this is the core six. And, I know that they didn't know why they were there, but I wouldn't have thought that Martell would have been excluded. Let me say this again. I love, love, love the dynamic of the Fletchers. The Fletchers are cool and hip and fun. And I just really feel like they are, as I've said, and a lot of you, hey, Kendra, as I've said, and a lot of you, they are a great addition to the show. Stormy, take a look, take a hint. They got great energy to me. But anyway, they asked why they are there. And then that's when Nell said, we're going to Houston. And everybody was excited. In Mel's confessional, she did say that she had, some reservations, staying in the same house with Martell. And look, I don't blame Mel because we all remember Vegas. We remember Martell trying to go up in that room. We remember after Martell was rejected the next day, he and Mel got into it and all of that. So yeah, I don't blame her. I would have some reservations as well. But Mel said as long as she's on the other side of the house with the lock on the door, she good. Okay. But Nell asked everybody if they were excited, and old stank-faced Stormy couldn't even really act like she was excited. She couldn't even act like she was excited. And I just don't like energy zappers at all. But Kimmi has noticed Stormy's facial expression. She was a little shocked with it, and she asked if they were good. And Marceau cracked me up because in the back he was like, "We super Gucci, we super Gucci." So you guys remember Stormy? It's Gucci, everything Gucci. So much so that she bought Destiny a Gucci purse. Yes, trending, stank face Stormy, babe. Ooh, child. But Kimmi then asked Stormy, if they could talk. And she wanted to know if everything was on track, especially after the double date. And Stormy said no. Then they cut to Nell. Nell asked Tisha if they were good. Tisha said, I thought that we were. And then I'm going to close this door on them. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get through this. In the chat, let me just do it real quick. I'm sorry. All right. We're going to go ahead and do this. Move it. Oh, yeah. I tried. I tried. I don't want to have to keep doing that. But anyway, when Nell asked Tisha if they were good, Tisha said, I thought we were. And then Nell mentioned how Stormy had mentioned to her about the big mix-up with the, children's hair care line. And then Mel, I'm trying to enunciate so you guys know what I'm saying. Nell Fletcher and Mel But then Mel, or I'll just say Melody said that she had heard about it too. And Tisha, once again, blamed the web designer. And I told you guys about that already. Tisha did not take accountability. She did brush Stormy off when they met up like it wasn't a big deal. And it really, really is. So I don't blame Stormy for that. But what I do blame Stormy for is when you and Tisha met up, you made it seem like everything was good. And if it wasn't, then yeah, stay home. Just stay home. If you got to go ahead, and it looks like that she did, but if you got to continue this on every episode and we ain't got too many more, yeah, you could have gone ahead and stayed at home. Just bringing that negative energy everywhere she go. And Tisha, web designer or not, who don't check the work that you paid for? Where they do that at? Especially Tisha, if you want us to believe you running a multi-million-dollar business. Now, do you look over the contracts for scope? Or do you just, I don't get it. So yeah, that didn't, I understand Stormy's anger, but if you said it was done, it was done. But Tisha, you got to do better when it comes to accountability. And that's something that shouldn't have been brushed off. And yeah, you got to check your work. That's like if I just went and picked up some jewelry that somebody made for me. You think I ain't checked the jewelry? You think I'm just going to walk on up out of there? I don't know if the diamonds were set correctly, if they were the right ones. And no, you just can't do that. But Tisha later called Stormy fake and tacky. Tisha is over Stormy. But Stormy, they go back to the Stormy and Kimmi. Stormy tells Kimmi it's basically high and bad for her now. She's not feeling Tisha and Marceau. And Kimmi said, well, why the double date? My question is, well, Kimmi. But Stormy again mentions this culture comment, and all while having a stank ass face and a stank attitude when Tisha and Marceau arrived at that bowling alley. Kimmi, being a Scot, did what these Scot women do. Kimmi started joking. Marceau is a gaslighter. Yeah, Marceau, well, Kimmi, everybody don't take it as a joke. Now, I don't think it's this serious for it to continue on like this. But yeah, everybody don't take that like it's normal. But she said that Stormy is a gaslighter too. And again, I'll say this again. I just think that Stormy feels like she's above everybody and she got a stank attitude. That's it. And I will say this, at least Marceau tried, even after being called a BI 3-4 times. Stormy did it at that town hall meeting. Stormy did it at the pool hall. And she did it somewhere else. I can't think right now. Peggy, you cannot put the SEX word in the chat, please. So you guys be careful with your wording. Thank you, LaDawn. But I will give Marceau credit for continuing to try when it comes to Stormy. But yeah, if I were you, Marceau, if you aren't already, I would be done. That's just it. What else? Oh, and Nell and Mel asked Marceau, well, how are you guys? Asked Marceau if he was good. He said he good, and they just really need to get over it. He said that he feels good about it, and he don't have any beef with them. They go back to Stormy and Kimmi, and Stormy told Kimmi that Tisha's energy is just bad, and no, ma'am, it's yours, period. Next up, the men talk. They were excited about the Houston trip. They want to keep the men and women separated when they get there. And then Martell asked, can we do that? And Chris said, yes. And then Martell said, well, good, because I don't have no woman. And all I could think was, poor Coleslaw. Poor Coleslaw. He said it like he said 1,000 times. He ain't got no woman. But Chris said, well, not only don't you have a woman, she don't even have your last name no more. And Martell said jokingly, well, that's how it should be. And I really, really love Maurice calling Martell out because he was like, nah, you used to say Holt. And he did, even after divorce. You guys remember when he said that at the reunion. So good catch, or a good comeback to Maurice. But then Martell Child, still holding out hope, said, did she change it legally? He's still holding out hope. I guess Martell think that Mel had the name change ceremony and all of that just for the show, child. He's so used to telling Coleslaw everything for the show that he think that's for the show as well. Did she change it legally? What a mess. But what else? Martell felt some type of way. He said that Chris supported that dumb shit, talking about Mel's name change ceremony. And then they go to Nell and Mel. And Nell asked Mel how she felt. And Mel let her know, I'm good. She let Nell know what her boundaries are. She want a room again all the way up. She let Nell know, don't be pairing me up with Martell and all of that. And Nell said that she understood. It ends with Nell Fletcher Child. Did I put that? It's on here somewhere. Nell Fletcher getting up on the bull. Okay. And it was fun. It was funny to watch. But I will say this, Mr. Marceau Scott, bruh, I think you was a little too impressed with Nell Fletcher up there on that there bull. Marceau was impressed, okay? But is this the last scene? Yeah, Houston. And I got a couple pages of notes. Again, I cannot see you guys' comments. If it's something important, put a color on it. Shout out to 731 of you watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. But anyway, the next scene is them arriving at the house in Houston. It was a beautiful home. Beautiful home. Nell and Chris were there. Again, I love their dynamic. They're fun. They play with each other, but they wanted to go ahead and secure their room. Next up was Mel, and she arrived, and then Martell. But before Martell arrived, Chris said something like, Mel asked where her room was and all of that. And then Chris mentioned something like, y'all good? And Mel had to go ahead and shut that down. And she was like, look, Chris, I don't want any joking when it comes to Mel and Martell. None of that. And she asked Chris if he was good with that. Chris understood the assignment. And she said, yeah, don't even mention our names together, okay? And I know that's right. That's been dissolved, okay? You guys know I love to say dissolved, disbanded, whatever Mel used to say then. But Martell arrived. He was pretty cool. Martell said, Martell is something else. Let me just say this. Martell is something else. Martell said, I'm cool being around Mel. I ain't got no problem being around Mel. And fool, y'all still in an active court case. At this time, because honestly, my memory is very good. And the audio with Coleslaw had come out about a week or two before this Houston trip. But Mr. Unaffected, he said he cool. I know you are. But anyway, Kimmi and Maurice came next. They asked Nell, Nell let everybody know that Tiffany and Lou wasn't coming. And we already know that it looks like Tiffany and Big Lou is done with any further scenes. I wonder if they're going to be at the reunion. Yeah, they were there because Tiffany had posted those pictures. She was at some type of event. So I guess they'll be at the reunion. But then Tisha and Marceau arrived. I'm going to let you all know this. I loved all of the energy from all of them. All of them. They all were cordial. They greeted each other. They hugged. Mel and Tisha had a quick hug, and Mel and Marceau, we know that they had drama. But anyway, Nell let them know that she had already picked the rooms for everybody, and the Scotts, I thought that was funny, got to share a Jack and Jill bathroom. What else? Next up was Kimmi and Maurice, child. More of this sex talk, okay? They had to do their homework from the therapist. And Maurice was, yeah, well, I've been misbehaving. And I just think that this whole thing was calculated for them to come out and talk about it because of everything and the backlash that Maurice received after that Carlos King interview. Kimmi mentioned Maurice's interview with Carlos, and she said it was hella disrespectful and it didn't protect her. And I don't remember Kimmi really having the same energy after that went viral. She tried to take the blame at that time, but now it seems like she's trying to call Maurice out on it. So yeah, naturally they're gonna address it on the show to make it appear, in my opinion, that Kimmi had to check Maurice. But she said something like, she has to answer to her mother and how he has to apologize to her mother. And my thought was, child, you got a whole grown son out here, a whole grown son who is on the internet and who looks at all of this stuff. And I'm sure he saw it on the Shade Room and everywhere it was, but there was no mention of Jalen, none at all. But they did their little exercise, and yeah, it was a little corny to me. Next up, and this was the last scene, Tisha and Marceau. For me, this was another made-up storyline. I'm sorry. They spoke on Tiffany and Lou not coming. Tisha mentioned postpartum. Then she mentioned how cute baby Ace was. So that is for us to try to really believe that, Tisha thought she was pregnant and she was really probably having hope for the baby and all of that. When I first saw the trailer, I said Tisha can't act well. And there's no way in the world that she didn't discuss this with Marceau beforehand. And also, Marceau is not dumb. Marceau know that people still get pregnant when some men have a vasectomy. So, fake news, fake news. He tried to act like what Tisha could have been cheating, and he know damn well that's not the case. Tisha tried to act mad, felt like it was disrespectful, and all I could say is go away from me with this. But this is what tripped me out, and then we done. Tisha said that if he made her do a test, and after the blood test, she would leave him. And Marceau said, how you gonna leave somebody who already left? Now, did you guys hear that? Because for me, it could be fake to keep us talking, or it could be a slip of the tongue, really. But they fake argued. Tisha felt disrespected, yada, yada, yada. And that's how it ended. So that's my recap. Next up, next Saturday, we'll see Mr. Martell with the wedding ring. And he said wishful thinking. We will see Mel telling the girls that Martell never made her have the big O. We'll see Martell sneaking somebody in that house. And then also Kiki calling Nell. Now, let me say this about that. When I saw that, Kiki calling Nell Fletcher does not, even though she is the one that planned this trip, Nell Fletcher does not have any executive privileges like that just to have Kiki to show up in Houston. So please believe that that was a part of Kingdom Reign. And yeah, that's how I feel about that. But it was an okay episode to me. I enjoyed it. I see there are 179 comments since I last looked. And child, I got to scroll right on down to the bottom. Now, before I drop the link and before I read a couple comments, let me turn, Black Rose, let me turn my heat down. Oh, I'm so unprepared today. But I'm hot. Hold on, let me pick up all these notes that I was throwing on the floor. Hold on, guys. My thermostat is right here. Okay. All right. So that's my recap. It was an okay episode to me. I enjoyed the episode. Like I said, the only thing that I really didn't enjoy was Stormy's stank attitude. I can't do it. And I don't see how anybody else that surrounds Stormy can do it. That's the old Stormy. That is the Stormy that was ready to pop off at Galentine's. And yeah. I don't see how anybody could deal with it. Negative Nancy, negative energy zapper, all of that. But let me read you guys' comments. Now, I did drop the link. You guys come on up and we can discuss. And if there's any of you that want to give a short, hey, Angela Richardson, if there are, if there are any of you that want to give a short 1 minute or less comment on Kiki and Kiki's mama and the whole thing that came out this summer via Anthony, you can have 1 minute. And I promise I will have a timer on that because I made a whole video and I don't want to keep talking about all of this stuff that's going on. But I will say this. Kiki, you got some splaining to do. You got some splaining. Hey, Crochet. You got some splaining to do because I didn't get a chance to watch Queen Sheba's video until Saturday morning. You guys know we were live, members only, and people started strolling, Lord have mercy, strolling in to members only after they were at Queen Sheba's, and that's when we found out about it. And Kiki went live and all of that, and I made sure to record it, while we were still in members only. But it was Kiki for me. It was Kiki coming out here standing on Queen Sheba is lying. And let's just say, because again, I don't know, Trending said T-Talk did an update, and I'll go watch T-Talk when we done. Is that my Aunt Debbie? OMG. All conversation stops. All conversation stops. My Aunt Debbie is in the building. Our Aunt Debbie, let me quit being spoiled child and just, Aunt Debbie is in the building. Aunt Debbie, we love you. We miss you. I was getting worried because I text you a couple times this week. Oh, I am so happy to see you, Aunt Debbie. Oh, I keep telling you guys how my cheeks sit up when I'm really, really smiling. As you guys know, Aunt Debbie in the house giving it real and raw every time. I love you, Aunt Debbie. I'm happy to see you. I will give you a call tomorrow because I don't want, us to overexert ourselves, but you just made my day. You made our day. We missed you. We missed you. Yay. But anyway, okay, guys. So, yeah, Kiki got some splaining to do, Dana, because in that live she was standing on, I didn't say anything. And I'm bright enough to put two and two together. If it wasn't Kiki, it was Kiki mama. That's what I felt when I watched Kiki's live Friday night. And then when I saw Kiki's mama on T-Talk with your girl, and you guys make sure to go back and check Queen Sheba's video as well as T-Talk with your girl. When I watched T-Talk with your girl's video and the mama up there crying, and the mama dropped down in my chat before, I ain't got nothing against, the ladies at all, but y'all wrong. Because Kiki's mama said she's the one that said it. That's wrong. So Kiki, don't play in our face and say, I ain't say nothing when you knew all the time that your mama did. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly. I ain't got to say allegedly because the mama said she did. So anyway, I don't want to get too much up on that. I'm going to let up Red Ann and LaTawn. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey.
Happy
How's it
Sunday.
going?
Hi, Aunt Debbie.
Yes, Aunt Debbie is here. Aunt Debbie is here.
In the
Yes,
house.
yes, ma'am. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some I'll let you go Red in and I'll highlight a couple comments and then we will read those comments. But what was your thoughts on the episode? And again, if you wanted to say anything about Kiki and the mom and all of that stuff that came out, and they had Mel all mixed up in that, all of that good stuff. What's your thoughts on that?
You talk me first,
Episode,
right?
episode first, if you don't mind,
Okay.
and then if you got something, yeah.
Um, I like the episode. I'm tired of hearing Kimmy being in other people's conversations, in their situations, trying to mend things there. When she needs to be sweeping around her front door and handling that situation. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of seeing Martell in them same khaki shorts.
Ooh, child.
Please, can he get something else to wear? Mercy, they look like they smell.
Really?
Just, I'm tired of this man goes and visits people, and wherever he's at,
Mm-hmm.
it's those same khaki shorts. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they pan down to the shoes. He probably had them dusty penny loafers on with him.
Child. Did his face look puffy to you? Because it looked puffy to me.
It did. Looks like he was still recovering from whatever facial stuff he had going on, but he's still ugly.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
still he just. It's just the ugliness is just coming out of his pores. So as long as it's coming out of your pores, like the devil, it don't matter what you do to change your face, you're still gonna look like the devil.
Right. Right.
So yeah. Yeah, I love the Fletchers. I think they're a cute couple. I really do.
Aren't
And
they?
yeah, they look like they have a lot of fun. So
Don't they?
I could see where I'm just wondering at what point, maybe next season, at what point are the Scots gonna start turning on the Fletchers, because more people are liking the Fletchers and their vibe versus them. A lot of people have been wanting the Scots off the show for a long time, but I'm curious to see where that's gonna go and if they're gonna find something, crazy to bring up to keep things going and keep them a little bit relevant when it comes to the Fletchers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that whole
Yeah.
situation with Kiki and her mom, just one word: tragic.
I think so.
That's it. That's it. Nothing else.
Yep. And for me, and I'll say real quickly about that. Naturally, my thing, or I was rooting for Kiki when we learned that the Scots told the Holts about her issues. And I just felt like
Right.
that wasn't wrong. I felt like that wasn't their place. So a lot of people think that people were just riding for Kiki in a sense because, we wanted this dirt on Marceau. For me, it wasn't really that. But yeah, I'm disappointed.
Right.
I'm disappointed.
Right.
Really.
Right.
So
Exactly. I was rooting for
tragic.
Kiki also, but yeah, it gives me Stormy and Betty vibes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. And Wanda and Tisha. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
a mess. A mess. I couldn't believe the crying and all of that. The apology for me is too late.
I
Um,
heard
you know,
that.
yeah. And I'll say this when it comes to how people, oh Lord, I hate that six, what that is on my screen. Somebody drop down or up. But the problem for me, I mean, what I feel about this is, we must have realized that it was Mel who, had that scene with Kiki when it comes to the drug test that they did and all of that. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
it would be based off of everything that's come out. And a lot of you guys may have been privy with what was behind walls and all of that. But it makes sense to me for her to be the one to have this talk with Kiki in Houston. You know, there's still a reality show. So yeah,
Right.
Kiki, my mother for me. Everybody involved. I think that an apology was due. You
But
know.
I said this to a friend of mine, chit chat, and then we can then LaDon can go.
Hmm.
Um Kiki's mother would not have been upset and supposedly crying about the situation in Houston if her daughter hadn't called her.
If her daughter didn't
And
call.
so it's, what did she tell you for you to then be so upset and
Hmm.
crying to then, then go further with it. So
Yeah.
it everything starts with Kiki. What did you say? What did you
Right.
say?
Right. And I will
That's where
say
I'm at.
this. I will say this from, and I'm not going to just, I'll just say this from a conversation that was had. Um, there was a lot of emotions involved. And this is what Kiki mom needs to realize. People have family members that are addicts. And
Right.
if you call somebody and say that this happened, and I think they did it because she even mentioned something about Kiki's recovery yesterday on T Talk's page. I think I heard recovery. Somebody in my comment section said she said that Kiki was using. I didn't hear that. But
Mm,
it's a lot of people that feel some type of way about their loved ones that may have experienced this. My cutie crew know I didn't discuss my sister several times. And yeah, so if you call somebody upset, although the things that happened that came after, I don't agree with that because like I said, Mel is a producer of this show. And out of the whole group, who would go talk to Kiki since she was invited to come to Houston? So I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. That's what I said, and that's what I feel. I'm gonna wait and see how that all turns out. But yeah,
yeah.
when it just a mess. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a mess.
Uh-huh.
But
Yes.
yeah, Z Frenchie, you having issues. I'm gonna let you up again, but your device keep disconnecting. But thank you for joining us. Great points, Brad Ann. And next up, we gonna go to LaDawn.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna say like this, okay, the episode. Now, um, Tisha, she's just a fool. But what I'm gonna say about her and Maurice Marceau is he was looking like her at her like she was a darn fool. Now
Mm-hmm.
he's embarrassing her. He's humiliating her. He is. She's now at the other end, on the other side of his wrath, like everybody, like the other women have been, right? So how does it feel, Tisha? Because you stepped right in this one. You know what I mean? And then from what's going to happen next, he's bringing it up in front of the whole group,
Of the
especially
men.
what. Oh,
Hmm.
let
That's
me
right.
Yep,
tell you something. He just really once again threw you out there to the wolves.
he did.
Okay? Because he
And LeBron,
knows.
did you hear when he said, and 99% of women cheat? You know, that's
Uh,
all Martell gullible artists
Right.
needed to hear because that's the agenda he's been pushing. But go
So I
right.
ahead.
guess 100% of men cheat then, huh? Is that what he's saying?
Facts.
Mm.
Facts.
So
Okay.
yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Really?
So and Kimmy, we said this while we was watching the interview, we was outraged. We've been saying this, but now all of a sudden, because your mama, your sister, your cousin, your friend said, "How dare you?" and "How dare him?" Now you want to
Mm-hmm.
say it's a problem? Bull crapola. This sounds like a cleanup campaign to me, by any
Mm-hmm.
means necessary.
Mm.
I love the Fletchers. Love, love,
Me
love,
too.
love the Fletchers.
Me too.
And I want to say that Kimmy's starting to look old, and and like she's lost weight and she's starting to look old. When she was going through the treatment, she looked like she was healthier then.
Mm.
Now, to me, she's starting to look thinner and older. And when she's making them faces looking like a bird, like and all that, she it just captures that she's aged. This process is now showing on her, in my
Mhm.
opinion. So, but
But
Stormy,
yeah, but let's not forget, and maybe you did. I'm sorry, I had to mute real quick. Did you mention, the weight loss? The weight loss probably could have came as well from what she went through. But I agree, she definitely lost a lot of weight.
I know, but what I'm saying is, it's funny how when she was going through those treatments, she was still plump and healthy looking. Now that she's finished the treatments, she now is starting to lose weight. And
Hmm.
because everybody's like, she still look good. She's in the pool, and her skin was still with a little glow, and her face was still full. And now, to me, in my opinion, she's looking thinner and
Hmm.
older. And that's
Hmm.
because she, in my opinion, is not happy at home. That
Yeah.
she's stressing, and it's starting to show.
Yeah.
Um, and I think there's two types of people, right? There's fighters, and there's people that talk a lot of crap but can't back it up, right?
Hmm.
Or they fight with their mouths. Three types, right? So that Stormy is the first kind. She's
LaDawn,
just
hold
so
on,
good.
sis. Hold on, sis. Do you have something rubbing up against your mic or something? Because Sharna is in the chat saying it sounds like someone is breathing hard. And when I listen closely, like, is it your jacket, or is it
Oh,
anything rubbing up?
my fuzzy smoking blanket. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, move
uh,
your device from the blanket because it did. Sharna, because I'm like, now it's only me, Red Ann, and LaDawn. So I
okay,
had to, yeah, so that's what it was. Okay,
okay, it's
thank you,
better
Sharna.
now.
Yep, much better.
Sorry. Yeah, so I feel like she stepped in, going towards Marceau, not realizing that he fights with his mouth. This is what he do all day long. And it don't take much for him to eat you up. And he eats her up. He eats her up because he hits her where it hurts her, because she's not fully secure with who she is. Because all she got to do is come back where you grew up the same way I did. Your father worked and then they divorced, and you was in the hood too. Y'all was just scared to go
Mhm,
outside. You was the family in the hood that thought that y'all was better than everybody else. We always
mhm.
had those families in the hood. The more
Yep.
light skinned family, the ones that had more hair or whatever. The other family, the lizard family, used to be jealous of them. They wasn't playing with them because whatever. We all had
Mhm.
that one in the hood, and y'all was one of them. But y'all didn't grow up rich. Stop it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because that is a weakness for, and she's not secure with who she is, she don't know how to come back like that. You know what I mean? So I think, but she needs to leave that alone. It's getting tiring, and she's looking like the Debbie Downer. Like, oh God, here she come again with her long face. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, and I'm just, it's getting tiring already. So she need to leave that alone. Okay, you don't want to deal with them, just like you don't want to deal with Mel. Well, the only one it seem like you're dealing with now, Stormy, is Kiki. And Kiki done got herself wrapped up in too many situations to be a
Baby.
strong ally for you. She got too many cracks in her stuff to withhold this. You understand? Because you know where I come from. I'm a recovering addict, and at no way, just because she's in recovery, she can use that as an excuse of why she make the calculating decisions and choices
Decision.
and stuff she's
Yes.
doing. That's bullcrap. I'm not gonna allow her to do that. Can't use
Yeah.
that as no excuse. Absolutely not. And we're not gonna play no semantics on words neither. I didn't. She's a lot, but your mama did through you. She's your mouthpiece.
Mhm.
Okay. She's your publicist. You already said your mother's allowed to answer your questions for you and do the texts and all that. You said that.
Wait a minute. What? She said what now?
Kiki Ben said that her mother is basically her, not her manager, like her publicist, like she's the one that can answer questions on her
Mhm.
behalf, can answer the emails
She
or
knows
text
her best.
messages, and all
What?
that. Oh yeah. So therefore, that's why every time something happens, you run to her and tell her about it. And she's the one, like a Wanda, is the mouthpiece. No different. So you're at fault too, because this is nonsense. You got this whole thing blew up because you had an
Absolutely.
ulterior motive, okay? Because you were angry at the time, pitching a temper tantrum, not thinking and playing the game of chess, but playing
Mm-hmm.
checkers.
I
Mm-hmm.
think Stormy's a part of it too.
Of course she is, but the only
I
difference
think
between
so too.
her and Stormy is she's unhinged. Stormy knows how to act like the dummy, in my opinion.
Kiki, has always, for me, you know, I don't know. We always have talked about how she's animated when she's being interviewed and all of that. But it's a lot of
Mhm.
people, even my comment section on videos in the past, that feel like, that felt like Kiki talks a little bit too much. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, she tells on herself sometimes because she don't know how to shut up. It's like called a
Hmm.
dry snitch. Don't even realize it, but you don't start telling stuff and then got to
Yeah.
finish it off. But my thing is, I think she got herself wrapped up in some stuff and she know that was in the taping era and somebody probably got her by the cahoots us because I'm going to tell you like this. You meet somebody online versus somebody you went to school with that you know
Hmm.
and you would dare feed him anything negative when you ain't blind. You know he has negative feelings towards her. You know that, and he makes it clear, I'm not a Mel supporter. I'm of the show. He made it clear. You know that, and you know by the shade he throws. But you gave
Hmm.
him the ammunition for your own gain. Y'all both have an ulterior motive, and Stormy is in the background funding it.
Oh, you think Stormy is funding
Well,
it?
I was there when she gave him the $200 out of the blue for what?
Oh,
That
well,
was
that's Big
Kiki's
Bang.
interview.
Mm.
That's Big Bang Hank. That's Big Bang Hank, Stormy.
Hmm.
Stormy has
So
thrown it,
that
you
made
know.
him feel that opened the door for you do something for me, I'll do something for you. An ally, I
Hmm.
feel. And I don't go off of conspiracy theories, but it just makes sense that they're all in cahoots because they all got the same thing in common. They're haters of Mel, and they did it in the wrong way, and it backfired. It just pulled the coats off of who they really are and their motives.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know him, Kiki. You don't know him. You
This is
don't
my
know him to
question.
trust him to say, "Oh my God, I believe him. He's in all be all." You don't know him,
Hold
but you
on,
know
Don.
him.
Hold on, and Red in. Hold on one second. Kendra, enjoy Bible study. Enjoy Bible study. LaDon, I feel you. I feel you. Let me read a couple comments real quick. Judy, I absolutely agree. She said Kiki still didn't say it was her mom, only it wasn't her. And I made sure to put that in that live or earlier today. Now, that Hope said Kiki is on audio too. Where can I see it, child? What's she on audio saying? That Hope or anybody. You guys know about that? LaDawn? LaDawn be out in these streets. You heard some audio from Kiki about this?
I I no, I didn't hear about no extra audio, only the one about her saying telling something about her telling AL that Mel forced her to say that there wasn't no problem. But
Oh, she
like I
said
said,
that?
yeah, she said Mel
What?
forced her to
Oh,
go
Kiki, you.
on
Oh,
her
For
yes.
life
real?
live and say that
Yeah.
they don't have no problems because it's messing up her brand. Mel didn't say that. Mel probably said
What?
you need to
Kiki.
straighten that because you know that's far from the truth of what happened out here.
My God.
People got to
Kiki.
realize. Real quick,
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry,
LaDon.
Chit
Hold
Chat.
on, LaDon.
Okay, okay.
Hold on, sis. Hold on 1 second. Just hold on, because I know this been a hot topic. OMG. First, I never ever heard that. And That Hope said that is the audio that I heard. Wow. So I'm assuming this may have been something behind the gates, or what they call it, behind the walls. What is it
Why
called?
does he feel a need to record everything?
I don't know. I don't
That's
Because
know.
they're up
that's
to
the
no good.
question. Why?
Because they're
I
Yeah.
intense.
mean,
Yeah, that's yeah.
he's another Martell. Martell just, oh my goodness. I just,
Yeah,
oh
I
my.
don't. I came out initially when all the stuff came out with Dawn. I don't like the I don't like the recording. I don't like the doxing. I don't like any of that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, yeah, what's the motive? You know, when you start off like that, that means you started off with a motive. But let me read some comments. Because I told you guys I really only wanted to do like a minute or so on that, but we can continue to talk. Kimmy is too old for Maurice, and he's too childish for Kimmy. He's a child. Patricia T said, fake or not, one day Marceau may use this against her. She played herself. Now you guys feel a little differently about that than I do, because I feel like that is made up. And I feel like Marceau and Tisha discussed that in advance. So I'm looking at actors, especially
You might be
Tisha.
right.
You
Yeah,
mean the
especially,
conversation about the pregnancy?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
Oh
you
ma'am.
might be
yeah,
right, Chit Chat.
yeah.
You might be right.
Look,
But my thing
I
is,
said,
you're still
hold
looking
on,
like the
LaDon.
fool.
Hold on. I said that way back when the trailer was released, because just the
You
smile
did.
on Tisha's face. Okay, I'm glad you remember. Just the smile on Tisha's face while she's trying to act like she upset and all that. And really, what else do they have? You know what I mean? And it's something that's juicy. It's something that's gonna get us talking. OMG, Marceau trying to act like Tisha cheated and all that. Ain't no way in the world Tisha then
They do.
sprung something like that on Marceau. Think
Right,
back to season one, Marceau, guys.
right.
Tisha knew better. And Marceau know damn well, and I put that in my video earlier today, that Letitia has not cheated on him. So
Mm-mm,
yeah,
and
for
will
me,
not.
for
Mm-mm.
me, I think
I
it's
don't believe that either. I
yeah.
believe it's just for
Now,
a
give me
little
1 second. We're gonna
storyline.
hold on, Red, and I'm gonna go up to you after this one last comment. Patricia, and then I'll highlight some more comments, guys. I'm loving this because we had 1 hour and 20 minutes. My goal was 1 hour and 30 minutes. So now I think what I'm gonna start doing going forward, when it's whatever, we just gonna have a couple panel members. I'm loving this. But while people running off at the mouth, you're right, chit chat. Nell may have had good intentions for inviting Kiki, but if Carlos stopped it, what can she do? Patricia T, I'm going to say this. I think they went to Nell and they let Nell know we're going to have a scene where you're going to invite Kiki to Houston, because I don't see people overstepping boundaries like that. So if initially it was only the core six and only was supposed to be the core six, that would have been it. That would have been all. So I understand what you're saying, Patricia T, but I think Nell just did what she was asked to do. I don't see her saying, yeah, Kiki, come on. Who paid for Kiki's flight? Nell Fletcher or the show? Oh, that's cool right
That's
there. That,
right,
yeah,
and that's
Kiki
why I
didn't just
said
come
you're
up.
right, right, and that's
Yeah,
why I said we've never seen no type of scene where they've even communicated with each other.
no,
So how are we
no.
supposed to believe that?
Child, that's fake. That's fake. And like I said, we have to keep in mind this is reality TV. I appreciated Jay, the makeup artist on Chef Don Don's chat, Mel's makeup artist. I don't want to say the makeup artist, but I appreciate a lot of things that he had to say in that live, especially, and you guys know I've been talking about this for a couple weeks, okay? Way before all of this, where, came out with Mel and all of that. But I said that going forward, if they have another season of Love in Maritinesville, any other show that I will be covering, I'm going to try to separate all the extra personal opinions to a certain extent, and Jay made a very good point about that. And he also spoke about Martell, and he feels like Martell is a good dad and this and that. So I know that as content creators, we can go hard. But as the content creator over here, I feel like that I'm going to try to do my part, because I do feel like as long as they all continue, thank you, ADR, as long as they continue to go to work, then that is what it is. They showing up and doing their job. And I saw that from everybody but Stormy. But go ahead, Red Ann. And hey, Z Frenchie again. Wait, Red Ann, hold off. Let me allow Z Frenchie, because she's been having issues with her device. Go ahead, Z Frenchie.
Oh, go ahead and let Red Ann come up.
No, I've
Okay.
already talked. Go ahead, huh?
No, because I'm still listening to y'all.
Okay, well, Z Frenchie, child. Now we almost at the end, child. But let me say this real quickly: 761 people watching. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you are in the bushes, hello, drop down and chit chat with us. Thank you to the chat for keeping it cute, all up in this comment section. And as soon as I said that, I saw Coochie Kimmy. Lord, ADR. I was
Oh,
just getting
Lord.
Don't forget Credit Karma. Before that, I fell out
Yeah,
laughing.
I didn't see it. Now I was just
She
saying,
said
y'all.
Credit Karma.
She put
Is it Credit
ADR,
Karma
ADR,
Coochie Talk Kimmy?
right. Yeah, I didn't know if ADR, I don't know if ADR is male or female, but I love me some ADR. ADR said, Coochie Kimmy, desperate housewife, married a maybe. Man, baby, equal a maybe. Ooh, child.
Oh,
Just
that
my
was
opinion
yeah,
on
Girlfriend
that.
Chronicles. Yeah, Girlfriend Chronicles said Credit Karma Coochie Talk Kimmy.
What? And I'm writing a comment from girlfriend. Y'all a mess. Yes, thank you, girlfriend. Yes, continue prayers for Aunt Debbie, but we are overly excited to see her in the chat. I'm on top of the world. So but yes, continue prayers. Aunt Debbie, don't forget I will be calling you tomorrow. Okay. But Z Frenchie, we need you to go ahead and give your thoughts on the episode, and then we're gonna take final thoughts. We have 1 hour, 24 minutes. I love these type of lives. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm just listening to y'all, but
Oh,
I just don't have nothing to say. I'm just listening. I should have not even come up, but yeah, I love
okay.
y'all. And go
You
ahead, y'all.
can,
I'm listening.
okay, and you can stay right on up here. You another shout town sis child. People trying to, ooh, child. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. But anyway, let's get into a couple more points. And then I'm gonna highlight a couple more comments. But I'm gonna start with you, Red Ann. What do you think about the energy of Stank Face? Stank Face Stormy. And I'm sorry, Stormy, that's your new
Um,
nickname from me. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Oh, wait, hold on, Red Ann. Everything went through with your son's surgery. Yay! Yay. Thank God, Charlotte. We talked about that Friday in members only. So that is good news. Um, yes, God is good. Thanks
I
for the
wasn't
update.
there, but thank God. Thank God.
Okay, you wasn't in members only. Yeah, she spoke about it. So Charlotte's daughter-in-law made sure that she is there with her son, and God is good. So yes, thanks for the update. Hey, Bravo. Okay, Red Ann, what are your thoughts? Do you think that, because this is how I'm feeling, when you're on a reality show, a lot of times, I get, I'm not gonna say we, because I don't want to speak for anybody else. I get the energy when it comes to Mel and Martell, since they went through their divorce and got divorced and trying to continue to film, and we know Mel threw him a little hook or whatever you want to call it, an olive branch, and tried to get them at least to be in a cordial place, especially when it comes to their kids in the show. That was the Destin, Florida. That didn't work. So I understand the tension with them. But the tension that Stormy is bringing, for me, it's a hostile environment to a certain extent. What's your thoughts on that? Because go to Bell Collective or somewhere. That's how I feel. But let me know your
Um,
thoughts, Red Ann.
yeah, I mean, the way that the pool scene ended,
Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
um, I didn't think that they were okay. Um, so
Oh, you
it was
didn't.
just I
Wait,
didn't.
wait, wait, wait.
Mm-mm.
Not the pool scene. Go back to the scene with Tisha and Stormy when they met
Yeah,
up at Scott Realty, like Tisha said. It seems like it was
mm,
good then.
me personally, think I don't think it was. I just think that
Really.
Stormy. Mm-mm. I really do believe that Stormy just gave, gave herself a mental note. Like, okay, so this is how you're going to handle it. You know what I mean? Because if
Mm-hmm.
you remember, some of those previous episodes were, there was one episode where we saw the label being switched or being put over one of
Mm-hmm.
Stormy's labels. So, that was really never addressed much. So it makes me wonder, was there something going on behind the scenes with that? Was Tisha supposed to give Stormy a cut of something and she never got it? But Stormy really can't bring it to the forefront because it may hurt her business in some type of way. You know what I mean? I think there's something else going on behind the scenes with that whole um, Macy and Mila line than
Oh,
what's really. And I think that's why Stormy is maybe harboring some ill feelings or something's going on there. Maybe there was some type of agreement and they didn't stick to it. Maybe something.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, I thought it was just real weird how when they came to the barbecue place to meet up and Tisha went over to give Stormy that fake hug. Yeah, that was totally fake. I just
Mm,
yeah, yeah,
gotcha. Now you
yeah.
know what I think about this? I think that number one, like I put in the video, or was it my no, it was this recap. And then we're gonna go to Euladon, and then we're gonna go to Z Frenchie, and then we're gonna be out of here. But this is what I think. I think that Tisha purchased, and I know initially people thought that Stormy gave her the merchant the product and all of that. I think that Tisha purchased some of Stormy's product, and Tisha had somebody to do a janky website, and I don't mean to call it
Mhm,
that because it's the kids. And I
mhm.
think that she copied it word for word, bar for bar. Because if
Right,
Stormy and Tisha had any type of agreement, I think that this mishap would be somewhat understood. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
girl, how could you not make sure that that was corrected? Stormy is a little too angry. So, but the question still remains, how did Tisha get that merchandise, that product? You know what I mean?
right, right.
So, yeah,
Yeah, they just really haven't touched on that, but it's just, I mean, yeah, the way Stormy carries herself, it's, it's not professional.
mm-mm.
Um, she's very hood. She'll curse you out in a minute, but
Mm-hmm.
then it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing where, you know, to these people you're gonna behave this way, but then if you get in a business meeting then you're wanting to be this business professional woman. But you got to realize that in the age of technology,
Yeah,
sometimes when these big corporations want to partner with you, they'll go and look at your social media to see how you've been moving,
yeah,
in these streets. And they'll go back as far as 3, 4 years ago.
right.
It's kind of like when you're getting into certain colleges, they'll do the same thing. Because if you're
Mm-hmm.
going to represent their company or their college or whatever, they want to make sure that you're a stand-up person.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Great points. Let me read a couple comments. We're gonna go to LaDawn and we're gonna end it with Z Frenchie. D Herford said Stormy doesn't know how to play reality TV either. She thought she was going to come in and take over and failed miserably. I agree. And I think that look, her story is one to be um commended. You know what I mean? Coming from a small town in Mississippi, I remember a story. She had gotten into it with her dad and decided to move, and she had less than $1,000 in her pocket and all of that. But I do think that Stormy suffers from the big head. Stormy suffers from the big head, and it's it's not cute to me because all of them are successful, and but she always wants to one up somebody, in my opinion. And she started that with Destiny at that exchange at Galentine's. I forgot the exact words that she said. No, she said, you ain't got enough. You ain't got enough to come at me.
Right.
And
Right.
then, the Gucci thing, that was even a flex. That was even a flex. So, but great points. Red Ann. Val B said Mel is partying on Jay's live. All right. I really, Val B, first of all, thank you. Thank you so very much. Let me make sure to get to your comment. Where is it, child? Hold on, Val B. I got to scroll all the way
I
down
think
to the
it's
bottom.
toward the bottom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, normally you can click a tab and it shows you. But all right. Um, yeah, we're gonna be done over in a couple seconds, but if you guys want to go right ahead. I really enjoyed Jay. I didn't know Jay was that funny. See, this is my thing. I'm gonna say this. I know you guys think I'm lying.
Hilarious.
I know you guys may think I'm lying. I haven't even watched the first interview that Chef Don Don did with Jay. Now I knew that it happened, but and it's not that I don't watch Chef Don Don. I'll catch Chef Don Don in the mornings and be in his bushes. I only drop down on a couple people because content creators can relate to this. Sometimes you'll drop down in people comments and then everybody talking about the content creator that dropped down. Hey chit chat, hey chit chat. So I just be trying to be respectful a lot too. But I be in the bushes sometimes. I never watch that video. So I think that I don't know for you guys that are subscribed to me. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys don't feel like I'm doing a disservice, but I don't go around and watching everything. So even when it comes to this, I'm not even in the know because I wanted to find out with the show. But as we
And
can
he's got a
see,
candle. He's got a candle line coming out too.
I was in Chef Don Don's live earlier. So yeah. And that's gonna be through 7th Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. But
I
thank
think
you
he
again.
said, I'm not sure. I know he said he was going to talk to Mel about a code, but then he decided on 1967, which was the year his brother was born, because he said he's, going to focus on his brother and his memory.
Oh, nice. Well, it's still gonna
Hmm.
be on the 7th Avenue, right? I believe that's what he said.
Well, I'm not sure.
No, not this project. He said,
Oh, not this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Forward.
No,
Okay.
I think they
Cool.
said that they was gonna collaborate, and it was gonna be Jay and him and Mel was gonna collaborate for a candle, and then his
Uh-huh.
is he
So
gonna
this
he
is
gonna
7th.
release it in the future, and then he told us what the whole thing was, and
Okay. See, Braylon, that's what I thought. Braylon put 7th Avenue candles, Cold Obsession, for 20% off. But either
right,
way,
That must have
congratulations
changed.
to
Yeah.
yeah, congratulations to Jay. Yeah, that's what I heard in the live earlier. So yeah, congratulations to him. But LaDon, we're gonna move on to you so we can let people go ahead and go catch that live. Your thoughts, LaDon. My question was, does Stormy really bring a bad energy, and do you think that it is getting to be a hostile environment, work environment?
Um, I think,
Okay.
yes, I think to answer that, yes. In my opinion, I think Stormy has a negative attitude around
Mhm.
these ladies. And I think that Stormy's attitude is not on the level theirs is. They're more mature. Even
Mm-hmm.
though they act, some of them got immature ways, they're more
Yeah.
mature. They know the assignment, even if
Mm-hmm.
they fail it. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
Stormy doesn't fit in. It's not
Yeah.
her group. It's not her peers. Is they don't mesh. So she's already out in herself. She's putting herself on the outside,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, and I think for that reason it makes it difficult to see her in scenes around people because we know the bitch excuse me, we know she don't want to be there. Yeah, like she like to call somebody's husband that. Anyways, she don't want to be there. And it
Mm-hmm.
shows. It shows. You
Yeah,
know,
it
so I don't think it's
does.
gonna work too much longer because her only ally is Kiki, in my opinion.
And
And
I
Kiki
think
got
that
too many cracks. She ain't strong
right.
enough.
Yeah, I think that Kiki, unfortunately, may be out of here.
Yeah, she got too
You
many
know, because
cracks.
right, the alleged, I'll say alleged for the sake of this video. Well, I'm not gonna say alleged because her mama said it. The alleged child just said I wasn't gonna say it, but the release of info of what was going on, whether she was upset or not, shouldn't have been done. Kiki is a big grown woman, grown, and she knew that she was gonna be okay. Then when I was scrolling her Instagram page, there was a post when she was at the hotel in Houston, and she looked fine. So I think that that was a no. And then also the water in the face. Although we enjoyed this, let me go ahead and play it, child.
Go ahead,
Although
girl.
we enjoyed this, it really was a no.
It was a strike.
I'm gonna play it again. So, we enjoyed I don't even want to say enjoyed. Like I said in my video earlier today, I enjoyed the splash because I just could not believe that much came out of that cup. But if we are just going to be honest, people would have been in an uproar if it was Mel, if it was Kimmi, if it, you know what I mean? So even though it was family member against family member, that still don't make it right. And she is lucky that Tisha didn't press charges because although it may be deemed a minor assault, it's still assault. So I think with that, her and she admitted herself. Let's not forget that. She got an anger problem. I don't think that they are invested as a show that much in Kiki because, we haven't seen much of Kiki other than what she has going on with her family. So, we haven't
Right.
seen, unfortunately, we haven't. I would have loved to, and maybe I just missed it, hear more about Kiki's, when she was a professor. Love to hear what Kiki may be doing now. Love to hear more of her story, but we haven't. And due to that, I think that she's easily replaceable, and I think she's going to be replaced. So,
I think it's too late, chit chat, for
yeah, I
Kiki.
think it's too late. I think she's going to be out of there.
Because
Out
now
of,
we know she's sneaky and she got an ulterior motive. She's a crab in
right.
a bucket mentality,
Yep.
fame by any means necessary, to
Right.
throw a friendship of all those years
Right.
away for a
Right.
blogger you just met over the line is
Yeah.
absurd to me because of a temper tantrum that ain't that serious. Mel is a
Yep.
cast member. Yes, her name's on the credit, but she don't pull the strings and she don't
Right.
dip that way. Come
Right.
on,
And just
y'all.
like
And it's
right. And just like we just mentioned how I know production is the one that told Neil Fletcher, you make the call to Kiki. Because the reason why they did that is because Neil was the one that planned this trip. Even when it
mhm,
comes to planning the trip,
mhm,
production know that. You know what I mean?
mhm,
You can't just walk into the office and say, look, guys, I want all of us to go to Cancun. All of this
mhm,
stuff is planned in advance. And
mhm.
yeah, Kiki messed herself up.
Yep.
Messed herself up. But thank you for that, LaDon. Let me read a comment. We're gonna get to a Z Frenchie and we're gonna be out of here. That hope African goddess Kiki denied every communicating to him. He's pissed, so now he is spraying everybody. But I think there was communication. Somebody else in the that's another thing. And look, I know the part that AL played in this, but I also know, I'll just say it because Queen Sheba said it. Queen Sheba said that he reached out to her. AL reached out to me as well. And in that conversation, he was very upset, at least to me. Now I don't know, but at least to me, I felt like he was very upset. He was almost in tears. He mentioned to me about a family member and all of that. And my advice to Anthony then was the same thing that I've been saying that I said. And I normally don't provide receipts to folks, but I got them and I provided them to just one person, just for the sake of all this mess that's going on. But I let them know, number one, I do support Mel, well, period, all up and through there. But I also let them know, for me, I get it. We talked about the hold on, I'm trying to look because I got it in my phone. Hold on. And as I mentioned to you, addiction is close to my heart from family members as well. It's tough and it's heartbreaking dealing with loved ones. And but yeah, so it's just something that I never came out with because he didn't come to me in a messy way. He came to me in a way of being upset. And then, with all this other stuff that's come out, I all parts played a part in it because, like I said in this video, Mel is a producer and Mel is also on this show. And just removing myself, and I ain't in deep as far as the personal stuff anyway, and I like that. But just like I just said about Nell Fletcher, we have to look at the correlation with Mel and Kiki. Mel is the one that went to the storage room and said, girl, well, let's prove them wrong. Let's take this test. You know what I mean? So if there was any conversation that would have been had with Kiki in Houston, it would have been with Mel. I wouldn't have expected them to tell Stormy, you go talk to Kiki. None of the Scots was gonna go do it. So none of the other men. So they picked these Mel and Nels. They chose Mel to be the one to have that. So for that reason, she was never at fault. She was never at fault. She's doing her job. She's doing her job. So it's unfortunate, and it's been a heavy week. And like I said, I don't want to continue to harp on that at all. But Z Frenchie, you jumping up, down. It's the last time, Z Frenchie, because we have 1 hour, 45 minutes. And then we are done. I'm gonna read some comments on my way out the door. Z Frenchie, are you ready to speak? Or you just come up here for moral support for us?
Girl, I'm trying to be I'm trying to give my thoughts.
Well, give them, baby, because we about up out of here.
Yeah, I know it. Okay.
You want to wait to power hour?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to power hour.
That's fine, Z Frenchie. Well, you all stay up here with me. This has been excellent. I love the quick ones, and this still long. This 1 hour and 45 minutes, but I did give a recap, so we gave about an hour worth of our thoughts. I wanted to read Karen Marshall. Karen Marshall said, prospective investors can go back as Stormy cussing out Black Titanic. That will tell them all they need to know about Stormy's business acumen. Totally agree.
Right.
And speaking of that child, when I died. Thank you, Pastor Braylon. T-Talk, you back there. Chit Chat, do you think you and Queen Sheba were told so you tell subscribers? Oh, wow. Look,
Yes.
I'll say this. Initially, I didn't think that. And you know what? I don't want to do this. Oh, child. Hold on. I'll just show you guys the exchange. And this may clear up some things as far as I ain't gonna do that. But the text or my text back to him will clear up some things as far as why I didn't just, I've always, again, guys, I don't want to say I was a mentor. I don't want to say that. but I've always had just a listening ear, and it was never mess. I know people may not believe that. It was never mess. So with this, with him reaching out to me when this happened, only thing is Queen Sheba gave a different date than me. That when I received a call from him on Instagram. Mine's, I'll look at my phone. Mine's was July 29th. So I'm not sure. I don't think that matches up with Queen Sheba, so I don't know. But what I will say this, T Talk, I had, you and I had a little discussion on Instagram a couple days ago. That same energy of how I spoke light in you and this or that, or Braylon Lee, or let's say a trending, or anybody that's reached out to me, that's what it was. And like I said, I didn't look at it at that time. I didn't look at it at that time. And if that was, it would just be speculation. If that was the goal, it didn't happen. Because I will put, now I am going to say this part about me. I put, for me, this is in the exchange. For me, I'm trying to separate personal from the show. And the less I know, the better. LOL. I plan to watch and give my content from that. And then I said, as I mentioned to you, addiction is close to my heart from family members, blah, blah, blah. And then I will say this because I just want you guys to know the nature of the relationship. And I know folks feel what they feel. And, it's just how I operate. I still don't wish harm on nobody. I even said that about Martell. We have big debates and members only as far as should Martell get redemption. And, that's just a personal thing of mine. So I don't wish no harm or any danger or anything like that. But I'll read the response and then, that'll be it because I want you guys to be, I'll just say this part. He said, Chit Chat, thank you so much. I really appreciate this message. And then he said, I have to learn how to separate my personal from my business life with YouTube. I really do appreciate you and just having a conversation with me. You know what I mean? So it wasn't never negative. It wasn't for me. And, I don't know, hopefully with all this stuff coming out, he ain't feeling some type of way because I did take a stand when it comes to me being a woman and just me feeling that an apology was warranted as well as just a little accountability for me. Accountability is everything. So yeah, that's what it is. So I don't know, T Talk, but I'm a grown woman, okay? And I don't participate. Even if people try to start it, I don't participate in any beefs or anything. So yeah, you guys have never saw me really run out here with let me tell you guys this about this content creator, that I just don't do that. And for the content creators in the chat that I've been able to speak to, I started this live off by saying that's been my advice for everybody. Try to steer clear because I did something I didn't normally do this week, and I watched a couple channels and I was drained. I'm still drained. Yes. And it means the world. And even with that, I feel like it wouldn't have continued to blow up in a sense. You know what I mean? So that's all I really, I wasn't the person that was involved. I had no idea as far as I don't think any of us did. Because let me say this, child, I didn't want to get into this. But for me, Mel is cool, calm, and collective. So although I know that, and we all know that she dropped down in AL's chat and said, what's up? For me, I thought she was like, I ain't got time for that mess, And again, I don't know what's going on behind no walls. I don't subscribe to any content creators, memberships, even trending, my little sister. Because number one, if any other discussions are going on, I don't even want people to come out and say, well, not T Talk, Lord. Chit Chat is a member. So, and in doing that, I'm not privy to a lot that go on. I don't watch the mess. I'm sorry, guys. And when I watched it this week, I was floored. I was really, really floored. And it's kind of sad, those of us that's been around YouTube for quite some time, we know about the different sectors, and I know how rough it could get. And if you guys don't know, just do a Google search on YouTube personalities, fights or unaliving, or it's a whole lot. And for me, it's never going to be that deep. But I hear you guys. I see you guys. I would have never, ever known. Hold on here. Linda Gamble, that message I don't think deserves to be hidden. So let me see. You just hit a couple. Let me look at another one. Yeah, Linda Gamble. Unless it's words that's spelling out offensive words and all of that, I don't think that Square Biz comments should have been hidden. So let's just make sure that nothing is happening. So Square Biz, let me see if I can unhad this. Unhad. Oh, what? Square Biz, drop down in the chat. Now, Linda Gamble, I don't know if you hid Square Biz. Can you guys hear me? LaDawn, who up here?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can
hold
hear
on.
you.
Now, Linda Gamble. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hold on. Hold on. Linda, before you block anybody, you got to let me know why. All right? And hold on.
She said she sat on her phone.
You sat on your phone?
She said, Linda Gamble, Square Biz, I sat on my phone.
Was it a mistake?
Well, Linda, I don't know. And just hold on one second. Hit me up if you are on Instagram, because we'll have to talk. Because it was 2 comments. So, if you sat on your phone, I think other people other than Square Biz's comments would have been deleted. Square Biz, I'm gonna need you to drop down. Let me know if you're in the chat. But your first comment, you put, I have been thinking about this Kiki issue all day. I think it's all AL and Stormy and Kiki got caught up in it just to please. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Square Biz, Kiki mama said that you gotta go look at T Talk's video. And T Talk, I'm gonna watch your other video, the update. Was that yesterday? Let me know, T Talk. Linda Gamble, yes. Over here, the moderation is just for offensive words or things that could look like doxing and all of that. Okay, Square Biz.
Yeah, it looks like she said it was a mistake.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was just wondering because it was only Square Biz. But okay, talk today. I'm gonna watch it right after this live. Okay. All right, Linda. I have to put you back, child, because my trigger finger is fast. So Linda Gamble, hold on, child. I'm gonna go ahead and add you back because I really like you moderating. Okay. Square Biz, I said on my phone. Okay, we all good. Thank you, T Talk. Thank you. And T Talk, it was another comment that I wanted to read to you guys. Thanks again, sis. T Talk, you said it was very, very sad. It's disheartening and draining as well. Yes, ma'am. And T Talk, for you, who is that? Square Biz? For you, I believe
Yeah,
it
I'm
may
here.
have. Okay, Square Biz, it was just a little noisy. I believe it may have started a couple days before, like Mel's Live and all this other stuff, because I just so happened to scroll and I was working and I saw you live and I was listening to your live, and child, you was crying and made me cry. So you're right. Anytime YouTube is making you cry, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. We got to change the direction. So that is some advice that I'm going to take from Jay, the MUA. I'm going to try to lead this thing in a whole different direction, especially if the show continues to go on and especially with me seeing the interaction of the core six. They were good. They were cordial. I'm not talking about Stormy. I'm not talking about Kiki. I'm talking about Mel, Tisha, Martell, Marceau, Maurice, Kimmi. I enjoyed them, and especially Nell Fletcher. So I'm going to do my part. I'm going to read one more comment from T-Talk. We're going to let Square Biz talk, and then we're going to get on up out of here. Let's see here. T-Talk, you said, I put a new video out with more recordings from Kiki Mom. Okay, is that on top of the update, or is that the update? Your recordings are not sneaky. She's aware. Okay, I'm like, ciao, baby, I'm not ready. Deactivated my Instagram calling. No, ma'am, it ain't happening no more. T-Talk, all one video. That's the last thing I need to ask about you. But yes, look, as I told you, okay, on the update, as I told you, never had any problems with you. I appreciate our conversation from the other day. I also appreciate you telling me about someone that used to be over here and how they somewhat came out and defended me. That made the world to me, meant the world to me. But when it comes to your whatever, because I think you said it was on your platform, I didn't search it out. You know, members only is not only for members. I could have bought a membership and said, let me see what the hell was talked about. I'm not even doing that because unfortunately for me, I'm a reactor. So I've tried since I started my channel to stay away from that. All right. I'm going to read one more comments. I'm sorry, Square Biz. Z Frenchie Chow. That's my last time. I promise you. Hey, Minerva, we about out of here. We had 2 hours. Let me read Braylon. We can only control what we can control and take it one step at a time. That's it, Braylon. And, you know, I mentioned the other night, I'm an empath. And empath, you know, have empathy. And you know what I mean? And that's just how I operate. But let me read T-Talk's comment. Not T-Talk, Chronicles of Kim K. You said that's a bit much to be on YouTube crying over this foolishness on the show. Reality shows and YouTube ain't for everybody. It's way too much unnecessary stuff going on. Really nothing that serious. Yeah, and in T-Talk's defense, from what I gather, it was something that happened to her personally. That's all I'm gonna say, because I ain't in that mess. I took 2 days to watch some mess, and I promise y'all, I ain't watching another messy video. Don't send it to me unless somebody then put some info out here, and then we're gonna go and do it that way. But other than that, I can't do it. I can't. But I agree with you, Chronicles of Kim K. Let's have some fun. We talked about that last week. We talked about talent shows. I don't know, maybe that wasn't members only. We talked about breaking it up. It's the holiday season, talent shows or something. Let's get out this darkness, child. I can't do it. But Square Biz, you are up. And after Square Biz, we are up. Betty McWilliams, you guys, if you guys can refrain from, if you can, you know, because normally y'all know this is all out of the norm of what I do, because I normally don't even allow any information about content creators to be dropped in the chat unless it's of a positive nature and unless I'm asking you guys to subscribe to them and all of that. So if you can, from this point forward, and we out of here in less than 5 minutes, refrain from the comments and name dropping in the chat. Go ahead, Square Biz.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. What I said earlier on regarding Kiki, what I meant was, remember the last live you did that I came on, I said I never really trusted Kiki after the reunion when she went there and she sided with her family and made Melody look like an idiot. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, I don't think Melody trusts her. And I think I was right, because even her naming ceremony, she didn't invite her. But I don't know. I'm just speculating. But and then when her cousin came to her and told her about her husband, she had heard her assistant was talking about her her marriage or whatever, and she went back to talk to the assistant. The way she went about it just confirmed my suspicion about Kiki, that Kiki was talking too much behind the scenes. And that was what I was trying to say on your live that day. Because if my assistant has done something wrong and my cousin has told me, I go and speak to my assistant. I don't even have to go into too much detail with my assistant. Just tell her, look, I've heard some rumors are going on and you are involved. I want it to stop. I don't want to know the details, and leave it at that. And if you decide, you know what, I've worked with this girl, I like her, I want to keep her, then you keep her or you fire her. But you don't go calling the guy and then trying to get information, telling him you don't want to get involved, but you don't want to. It was just too much. And that told me right away that Kiki was not as innocent as we thought she was. Then, with this whole thing that came out with Melody, and I mean with the Al situation, but when I think about it, sis, to me, as much as I think she's at fault, yeah, and she was also involved in gossiping with Al and Stormy, I think Stormy doesn't like Mel. We all know that. Kiki, I don't think she dislikes Melody and she was out to get Melody. But because she got involved with Stormy and Al, then she got herself in between.
Right.
And going and telling her mom stuff going on the show and all that stuff. I mean, I understand. I mean, she shouldn't have done that, but I can see myself even doing it, telling my mom this is going on and all that stuff. But then, like Queen Sheba said, when Al came and he was making all those accusations, then Kiki should have stepped in and said something. But then at that point, she had her back against the wall. How can she come against this man who she knows she's going to reveal a lot of information to? Her job is on the line. You get what I'm saying? So with Kiki, as much as I hate what she did, I think she got caught up with the Al and Stormy because these two were the ones who really dislike Melody. I don't think Kiki really dislikes Melody to that extent. Even her mother, I don't think so. I think they were just gossiping and just got caught up in all the excitement. You know, sometimes you're gossiping and going about, and it can be exciting to some degree. You get what I'm saying? So that was what I was saying when I made that comment on your live today.
Got it. Thank you for the breakdown. And you know, my thoughts about that is, even if that was supposed to be gossip, it didn't turn out to be that.
Well, yeah.
I think as women, they should have come out immediately. So that's a key word that Kiki kept saying in her live the other night. Immediately. I came out immediately. Well, you was all supposed to come out immediately and say, but it was my mama. If it was the mama, like I said, I don't know. I don't know who it was, but I am going to read another comment, and thank you again for that. I am going to read another comment from Chronicles of Kim K. Then I'm going to read 2 starred comments, and we out of here. We over the 2-hour mark. Did I eat today? Child, that's a shame. But thank you, Square Biz. Thank you for letting us know. And yes, content creators, feel free to drop your links in the chat so people can subscribe. Sweet Lady Cook, I see you. Welcome to the City Crew. Chronicles of Kim K. I agree. Braylon Lee, I'm sure, however, I've had a lot happen to me in real life. This is what we talking about, real life shit going on. It's the fact that people are too invested in these shows, which leads to all of this unnecessary drama. Much love to you as well. Thank you for saying that, Chronicles of Kim K, because, you know, we've been chatting on my live, and members only. You know, a lot of people go through holiday blues. A lot of people dealing with stuff, real life, just like you just said. And, you know, it's already a sad time for a lot of people. A lot of people lost loved ones during the holiday season and all of that. So to be consumed with all of this is, you know, it's too much. It's too much. And I won't do it again. I can't usher all of that into me. But let's see here. Tea Talk with Your Girl was responding to Tanya. And Tanya, I got your comment too. We recorded it to be released on my channel. It was consenting of both parties. And then Tanya said, you made it known and got permission, but others don't get permission. Just what I see in these streets. Yeah. I don't like the recordings, you know, and unfortunately that makes you question for me. And Tea Talk, I get yours because you said it was consenting. Both parties consented. But it just makes you not trust people, even if their intent may not have been bad. It just really, really makes you not be able to trust. And you know, it is what it is. We spent a little too much on that. We've been talking about this stuff on my channel for 3-4 days, and I promise you guys, we getting back to the program. But let me say this. Sweet Lady Cook, thank you so much for joining the Cutie Crew. Nikki Israel, thank you so much for joining the Cutie Crew. And Val B, thank you so much for the super chat. And I did receive I got to get back into that, doing that too. I used to make posts every month of who gave me super chats or cash apps, and I'm going to do that. So I got a couple cash apps as well while we were live. Thank you guys so very much. And where is it? Where is
Plenty
it?
dollars. Plenty dollars. Can we get
All right. To the panel, thank you guys so much. LaDawn and Red Ann and
Good
Square
night.
and Z Frenchie, you guys were wonderful co-hosts. To a couple of the Cutie Crew members, after the first of the year, I don't know, I may push it back until after I move. We'll see. But on my other channel, it's going to be more of a podcast thing, and I'm going to select one person to come up on the panel to discuss whatever story that we're talking to at that time. So, and it's not just Cutie Crew members, to anybody that's subscribed. And if you want to have a voice in real life stories that's going on, make sure to subscribe to the backup channel, because I will put a post up weekly and ask you guys to let me know if you want to be a co-host for that week. And then we're going to do maybe twice a week. I think I'll be doing that. We'll see. It's a lot going on. But Val B, thank you again. Red Ann, thank you again, sis. You know I appreciate you. To the Cutie mods, thank you guys so much for dropping down and handling this here chat. Thank you to the content creators that was in the building. Tea Talk with Your Girl, Pink Table Topics, Braylon Lee, Trending. I know I'm missing somebody. Aunt Debbie, oh my God. Aunt Debbie is also a content creator. Now you guys, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Where my Aunt Debbie sitting at? Aunt Debbie. Okay, let me see. I'm on her page. But welcome back, Aunt Debbie. I don't know if this is the time that you should be back on YouTube. We don't want you out here. Let me copy Aunt Debbie's link. Oh no, you guys subscribe to Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie got 383 subscribers. Let me share Aunt Debbie's page, because she will be coming out with her content soon. So let me put this in the chat. Am I in the right chat? Let's see. To the other content creators, drop your link. But yes, we had Aunt Debbie, Pink Table Topics, Braylon Lee. Yay, I love you too, Braylon. Pastor Braylon. Thank you. Tea Talk with Your Girl. Subscribe to her. Thank you. Tea Talk for dropping down. Braylon dropping down. Sis, for everything you do. Thank you for your advice. All of that good stuff. To the Cutie Crew, thank you to your advice. Thank you for your advice this past weekend. Your girl was on 10. And I promise you guys, whatever discussion that's going on, it can just go on. I'm over it. It is what it is. Minerva, it was good to see you as well. And I thank you guys. Thanks for pouring peace and love. Yay, T-Talk, you're welcome. Thank you. Excuse me, for reaching out. You know what? When you reached out, I didn't even realize that we hadn't even had a talk or anything. I don't do much talking on Instagram. Try not to, child. But yes, thank you. And thank you for saying that. And you gave the same in return, sis. We both offered peace and love. And, you know, hopefully that can be taken as a message out here on YouTube. It ain't even worth it. It's not. None of this. But to the mods again, thank you guys so much. To the chat, thank you so much. If you did not hit the like button, please make sure to hit the like button on your way out. If you were in the bushes, hit the like for me and shout out to the replay gang. And I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.
You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say. Then what next, then what next, then what next, then what next, then what next? Love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why,
Now, you know what? That's something I meant to do because the ending of that is my favorite. Thank you, T-Talk. Thank you. Yes, it was a great live, and thank you for being a part of it. I need to go ahead and extend that song. I'm going to do that tonight. T-Talk, I'm going to be looking at your video next. But have a good night, everybody. I'm going to play this one more again. Bye.
You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say. Then what next, then what next, then what next, then what next, then what next? Love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh,